Hey, how's it going? So you decide go to China and work there as a model or actor, stuntman, whatever, and any other kind of performer. So if you will work on a contract, so probably will be a really useful video what I done before, modeling work with a contract. But if you are freelance, so probably you need to know something else about, because all the market works totally different here, and a little bit remind me the India, but only a bit, and the whole atmosphere is totally different. So I try to give you as more tips and suggestions as possible. So first of all, well, basically all mentality is quite different. So probably the main problem it will be the understanding. Even the people who speak English well, you might be a little bit shocked about the system, because they work in a really chaotic way. It's totally different from Europe or States, for instance. So let's say if a States agency that's for drama, for comedy, for TV, is everything separate, because they have like huge traffic of works and just make everything separate for make it clear. So in China, it's cool agency. It's mean what can do like everything, even a video editing and video production and fashion modeling and everything. So basically it's a modeling agency and talent agency, the same thing, and they can cover like a lot of things. Because sometimes customer want make a fashion show, and the same time they want make a video about and photo shoot and so on. And they want like one agency do the same thing. So it's like a little bit crazy. Additionally, about the style of work, if you go to the different provinces and different cities like Shanghai, Beijing, or Hong Kong, so it will be totally different as well. People working like really hard in China, so I would say they're the workaholic, and they will expect from you like hard working as well. Nothing wrong with that. One good thing here, so basically they're not like in India, they pay you by day, or like in Malaysia. Here they mostly the work they pay you by hour. So if you hire as actor or as a model or photographer, whatever, so they pay you by hour. So they will not keep you longer they need, or they will not abuse you, because it have a certain cost. So basically it's a good thing. But if it will be overtime, usually they not pay much for overtime, but they can ask you nicely, so we need like extra 1 or 2 hours or whatever, that's up to you. About the hard working, what I can say, especially if you're working on a contract, if even on a freelance, so sometimes you might be like extremely busy. So if you feel exhausted, if you feel super tired, basically it's your health, you can harm yourself. So try to be healthier, and if you sleep like only 2 hours last month, so probably it's not so good. And if you like have no time for get a meal for like 3 days already, so it's not so good as well. So basically you need to take care of yourself, so you need to take to the agent or so on. So I need just like a half an hour break or extra 20 minutes or whatever, because sometimes they can push you forward further and further away. So really extreme cases, like a few models die, they just die on a photo shoot or on a ramp because they just got sick, catch cold. But they not died from catch cold, because they like more than months they had not enough time for sleep, and even have enough time for taking food, and they just was shy to argue with the agent and so on. And some agents, they like really, let's say, they're really good in the industry, and they push everyone forward. They just really tough, strong talking and so on. And if you're like kind of person who like easy to agree and so on, you might be in a really tough condition. Benefits. What's the benefits? So they need a lot of different types of look. Let's say if you're from, if you have an African look, or maybe Middle Eastern or European look, they have quite a lot of job. It's not only TVC or films when you can be an actor or maybe stuntman or model. Yeah, they sell the products around the world, everywhere. So it might be a lot of logbooks and presentation and so on. So it's really a lot of work. It's almost in any city you will go, basically they need a lot of people with a different look. The minus is to work with them. So let's say if in India you always arguing about the prices, conditions, and finally you can get on some middle point. So with China, if you didn't got the idea of customer or production and you just don't understand the whole idea what's going on, what it's like quite common, it's really difficult for get to the agreement and common sense, because usually discussions going nowhere. They just speak Chinese with you. Yeah, it's if you decide to stay there for longer, probably you need to take some courses for the learn Chinese. Hopefully it's have some free courses, and you can find some budget one as well, and have a lot of groups like socialize, and people come just talking, you share your English knowledge, they share your Chinese knowledge. It's really necessary to know the Mandarin, because not all of the people can speak English, and even who can, they cannot speak well. So they might just talk Chinese to you, that's it. If they don't like something or you not agreed with something, they will just ignore you. Just totally ignore, that's it. And it's really difficult to get to some kind of agreement. Also, it's about the, let's say, the video shoots. If you have a storyboard, okay, you have the idea, you know what's going on, blah blah blah. Sometimes it's no storyboard and everything is really chaotic, like even way more chaotic than in India, I would say. So it might be quite shocked way of working. But what a good thing, I would say, like I talk to people who stay there for years and come and go sometimes. So like during the last 10 years, level of services get much higher. And what the most important is safety, especially if you work as an actor or stuntman, the level of safety, it's like gets really high. So now it's like really good. They had a lot of unfortunate cases when people even died on sets and got a lot of injuries, but basically it's happening around the world. But now they really take care about safety and so on, and they want to get like on really high level. Let's say same like SAG or so on, and basically I saw some team who made like a really good job. So basically they work like on really high level. So in this case, I would say it's really cool. Additionally, all of the, not only the service technology, equipment they use, they always have a system. So if you go to the fashion show or whatever, or you even like have a small role in the movie, they usually have assistants for you who will take care, translate what you need and so on. So it might make your works really convenient. But whereas we have a pluses, also we can find the minuses. Most common, I guess, it scam. A lot of scam. So if you look for a job as a, I don't know, MC or make a public speech, they need a lot of people who can make a promotion for the company or advertise the company, make a public speech and so on. So it's really good in that. So you might have a lot of job, but the really common scam, they might ask you for pay some fee for registration or whatever, and nothing happen. Also, if you don't know the agent and no one from your friends know the agent, and you don't know what the agency is, sometimes you will even no address or nothing. So they'll say, okay, we'll pay you later, just transfer money and so on, and you will not see these people never again. So if you don't know who it is, try to get money straight after the work. But if you work with that agency already and you trust them, yeah, it's absolutely fine. It's a lot of really good, decent agency who stay on the market like last 20 years, have no problem with that, and have a lot of good feedback, so check the feedbacks. Initially, forgot about all of the social media, really common what you might be used like VK or Facebook, Instagram, YouTube and so on. Nothing in China. They use their own. They have like kind of Instagram, what they have. They have Youku, what like YouTube, and WeChat. Everyone uses WeChat, so it's no WhatsApp, no Line, no nothing. Everyone on a WeChat. So probably it will be quite complicated for finding groups where the people always join and post the jobs and so on. So you need to get into the community and find the people around in the city where you stay in and try to ask for they add you to the groups. The best way, you can ask locals, but usually locals group might be not suitable for you. You need a foreigners group. So if you're a man, you can ask a girl. If you're a girl, you can ask a guy, and so on. Or you ask people who will be not competitive to you. So if you're a fat guy, you can ask a skinny. If you're skinny, you can ask a bodybuilder. So they, we're pure completely different types of look, so you're not competitive to each other. But if you're like both for the fashion models, so people might be not really happy with the new guys and so on. So for the models, it's a lot of different kind of job you can do, not only photo shoot and fashion shows. It's a lot of different kind of what it's called, promotion and events for the certain shopping malls, shops. So basically you can be like a hostess near the shop. You can just go around on the street, make pictures with the people, or give leaflets, or just be somewhere, just standing in a shop or in a company and just maybe talk to the customers if someone will came. So basically quite high the opportunity. But I think mostly they need the people who advertise the products. For the logbooks and Taobao, it's well known. Something like Amazon is really big, so they make all of the shoots for sell the products online. What I want to warn you, probably you're familiar, it's a lot of fake products. So let's say they said it will be whatever, Puma clothes or Adidas or whatever well-known brand, but what is fake, and always ask for the contract and make a copy of the contract, because you might be involved in a photo shoot for the fake products and your face will be there, and let's say you're already quite a famous model, and then the company might sue you because you was involved to the sold a fake products. They said, oh, we have no idea about this style of clothes, we never made them, we never sold them there, we didn't make this photo shoot and so on, and you need some proofs. So they hire you, they said just like decent products and so on. So if it seems like dodgy for you, I'm pretty sure you will be propose a lot of photo shoots, what like, the super big brand of Gucci, and they can propose like really low budget for it and so on. And of course they will say that everything is real, what might be not. So you need some proof. So yeah, it was cheat or whatever, because you might be the last person who will be suable, and who the company might sue for that, so you need to be really careful with it. About copies, yeah, they make copies of everything, so not be surprised if you go to some music clip shoot or whatever, any other performance, when people just take another one, any European show, copy it and make just the same, exactly the same. So basically I saw the Indian, they make the same. They take some part of music clips from States and Europe and put these parts in a movie and so on, and they make everything exactly the same. They not just take the idea, okay, yeah, I like the style, how to make it, like let's say the background and how the people dance and so on. No, they just sometimes copies literally everything, so you might be shocked. So you probably will see some variety of Chinese music clips and so on, what like really copy of someone from States and so on. And yeah, probably it's that kind of crazy style of work, and it's same like in Japan or Korea. So people really workaholics, they works really hard. So if you will be like chill and rest, they probably will think you are like a super lazy person. But what is good thing, they pay you by hour, so every hour you spend there, you'll be paid for. So it's quite good thing. If you want to be like a stuntman there, I would say so. For the stuntmen, levels it's quite high. You should be like good literally and everything. You should be good in the gymnastic and fighting. You should have a really good memory for choreography. They can give you like 30 moves and you need to remember it in a couple minutes and so on. And they work that way like really long time. So if you're not good enough, you need to train before, need to join some team and train with them maybe months or even longer for stay on the same level. because the demand will be like that. It's not same like India or let's say Korea. They not really mind, they okay with that. So if you just do only diving or only driving or only fighting, it's fine. But here they can ask you like literally everything. Same like in Thailand, basic fight choreography, it's like everyone's supposed to do. If you are a dancer or you on a background, or maybe you're just like have a small role in acting, so all of the actors, they able to do like simple fighting. It's something like if you studied acting in Russia, let's say, so all of the basic fails and fights you're supposed to learn in university. So basically same here. All right, what else? So basically it's so many different things, it's impossible to put in one video. I just want to mention some of the topics that will be like really useful for you. So yeah, how to find an agency or people who involved to it, because it's like no social network, only on a WeChat. You can find some groups on a WeChat, but this will be not that useful, I would say. Same, online agent search. Try to find a modern agency in your city, visit all of them. There you meet more people, collect more contacts and so on. It will be growing. In 1 week you can find quite a lot of contacts. And I don't know, basically if you take a Beijing or whatever, it's a lot of agency, a lot of agents working as a freelance who do the works quite well, I would say. So it's big probability you'll make your database of list the people you need, let's say. Minus is probably same like the Russia. Some places is quite cold, so yeah, you need to be prepared to work in cold weather. It's for people who stay in the warm countries, but if you've been in Europe, probably it will give you no tips at all. Scams, yeah, just beware. It's so many different kind of scams. Selling products, for proposal, different kind of service, making visas, and etc. Big minus, if you don't have a working visa up there, it's a lot of checks, and local people, they don't know, they like to get some money on foreigners. Basically, I think it's same like in Thailand. So if you know you work illegally or something, they will call to immigration and so on. So basically the neighbors, they not really care about the neighbors, but if you're the foreigner, they will look after you for sure. And probably like everywhere, it's a lot of like really good and nice people who will be really helpful for you. They can find you, find their apartments and agency and give you direction and so on. And some people, they not really like the foreigners with several reasons. Basically it's many reasons, but I don't want to mention it. It might be like quite a long video. So it depends from your expectation. Literally in any country you can find the really nice people and not. So basically you cannot make a certain judgments of the certain country or the certain city. So be ready for meet super nice people and big idiots as well. So it's something about some people. I think same like Korea or Japan, they not even arrogant, they a bit racist. They even have like certain name like white monkey and so on, just make a picture with white monkey and etc. And probably you will never know about, but some local people is really nice and they can tell you everything about behavior of certain people I saw or whatever, and what they said about the foreigners, their behavior. Some they're just simply jealous and some not. So basically you might have your own experience with that. So yeah, if you decide to, whatever, you can try. So probably in the big cities will be more job but more competitive and higher life cost. And if you move to some smaller cities, so probably you have a bit less job but less competitive at the same time. So what is more convenient for you, it depends from the lifestyle, living cost, people who will be around, and yeah, if it's smaller cities, it will be a bit more relaxed, let's say. So you can make your own opinion about. Hopefully it was really useful for you. I'm really glad to share my experience and experience other people who I met with you, so it's maybe will make your journey a bit easier. So thank you for watching, and yeah, make a comment if you're interested in some other information, and if I have, so I'll be glad to share it with you, and see you later.